Okay, so already in Python we have inbuilt. So ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు యాక్చువల్గా మాడ్యూల్స్లో చెప్పాలి కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ అవసరం ఉంది కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను. పిప్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అనేది మనం మామూలుగా ఏదైనా మాడ్యూల్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవడం కోసం యూజ్ చేసే ఒక కమాండ్ అనమాట. సో లైక్ మనం లైనెక్స్లో అయితే కమాండ్స్ ఎలా యూజ్ చేస్తామో అలా యూజ్ దిస్ వన్. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ దేర్ మాడ్యూల్, ఇన్బిల్ట్ మాడ్యూల్. సో ఈ నెంబర్ టు మాడ్యూల్ ఏంటంటే సో ఇట్ విల్ బి ఫ్రమ్ డౌన్లోడెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ python-hosted.org ప్యాకేజెస్ లోంచి నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటుంది. ఇట్స్ సింగిల్ ఫంక్షన్ కెన్ బి యూజ్డ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఆర్ ఎల్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఆల్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్స్. సో ఇక్కడ మనం చూడండి ఇంపోర్ట్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత దేర్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఏ మెథడ్ ఆఫ్, సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ హెడర్ ఫైల్స్ వీ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇంపోర్ట్. సో ఇట్స్ లైక్ బిహేవ్స్ లైక్ ఏ హెడర్ ఫైల్. సో ఫ్రమ్ నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ వీఆర్ ఇంపోర్టింగ్ నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ ఫంక్షన్. సో నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ అనే మాడ్యూల్స్ లో నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ అనే ఒక ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది. సో ఈ నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ ఫంక్షన్ మనం ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం. నౌ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్ టు కన్వర్ట్ ఎనీ నెంబర్ హియర్ నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్. So we may convert some 360 or anything. See here when you run this one, 360, 123, 3456 we got it. So otherwise we can also convert to direct currency wise. So for example 360th. So when you run this one, the original 360th or 36, so 360th. So it's a ordinally, so ordinal and this is ordinal number. So from 68, if I give the number, it automatically converts 68 or 36 directly words. So here the year 36th year or 365th year. So 365. So this is the year. So here we are going to keep it as euros. So that is 0 euro and 36 cents. For example, 0 euro. Currency when you're 36. So when we convert it to 360, so 3 euros and 60 cents. Because every 100 cents, 1 euro. So that's why 3 euros and with a 60 cents. So it will be converted to anything. That's a currency in the sense of euros. So here we have an inbuilt model which have that convert to words to numbers to words. So simple program. So no need to write a large number of codes which already we have inbuilt module this one. Okay. So again we'll work with that modules in modules concept. Okay. So next one, iterative statements. So as we clearly know that conditional operators, so conditional statements. Let's move on to the next topic, that is iterative statements. So what is the meaning of iterative statements? Iterative means repeated.
Okay.
Iterative statements means repeated. So which is repeated? For example, yeah.
నెంబర్ టు వర్డ్స్ కమాండ్ అనేది ఆల్రెడీ స్టోర్ అయ్యింది పైథాన్ లో.
ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి మనం.
ఓకే ఓకే.
We have to import from internet. సో అది ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం? మనకి ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ గా ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో ఉంటుంది మాడ్యూల్. విత్ హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ వెబ్సైట్ ఇట్స్ గాట్ ఇంపోర్టెడ్. సో డౌన్లోడ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయింది? ఈ లింక్ నుంచి డౌన్లోడ్ అయింది మాన్యువల్ గా. ఈవెన్ వెన్ యూ ట్రై టు ఓపెన్ దిస్ వన్, ఇట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ షోన్ ఇన్ దట్ అప్లికేషన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ. మీరు క్లిక్ చేసినా చూపిస్తుందండి సైట్ లో. So able to open. See here, it's downloaded. So this is the file, it's automatically downloaded. When you open this one, this is the module, actual module. We are installing this module with the help of pip install.
అయితే ఇప్పుడు జూపిటర్ లో ఏ లింక్ అయితే పేస్ట్ చేస్తామో అది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా డౌన్లోడ్ అయిపోతుంది జూపిటర్ లో.
నో ఇట్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది డౌన్లోడ్ ఫైల్. ఇది డౌన్లోడ్ ఫైల్ కాబట్టి డౌన్లోడ్ అయింది. ఇది WHL వీల్ ఫైల్ అంటారు వీటిని. పైథాన్ లో ఏంటంటే వీల్ ఫైల్ ఫార్మేట్ లో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుంటాం మనం. మనకి ఎలా అయితే .exe విండోస్ ఉంటుందో ఎగ్జిక్యూటబుల్ ఫైల్, ఇక్కడ .వీల్ ఫైల్ వాడతాం.
ఓకే ఓకే.
సో ఈ వీల్ ఫైల్ ని మనం కమాండ్ తో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకుంటాం ఇక్కడ. సో డౌన్లోడింగ్ విన్ ఫైల్, దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ కలెక్టింగ్ డేటాప్, దెన్ యూజింగ్ క్యాచ్డ్. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇక్కడ చూడండి టార్గెట్. సో GZ అని జిప్ ఫైల్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇవి. ఇది కూడా మీరు క్లిక్ చేసి జిప్ ఫైల్స్. సో బిల్డింగ్ ఏ వీల్ ఫైర్ డాక్. సో started, finished with the status done, then successfully built document. So it's a document optimization will be done, then updated packages. So it's totally linked with the kernel. So kernel means that's a center point of our Anaconda Python.
Okay.
So number two words version, this is a version 0.5.10. So both should be installed, that is docopt and along with the version 0.6.2 and both.
Okay.
So installed collected package, these two are the packages. So to run this number two words, the dependent package is this one. కాబట్టి మనం రెండు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నాం మాన్యువల్గా. సో దట్ ఈస్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ పిప్ ఇన్స్టాల్.
ఓకే. యాక్చువల్లీ నేను చూసిన వీడియోస్ లో వాళ్ళు ఏదో పెద్ద పెద్ద కోడ్ రాసేసి
ఆహా! అంత అవసరం లేదు. యాక్చువల్లీ రాసుకోవచ్చు. దెన్ వి హావ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ అరేస్‌లో తీసుకొని అరేస్‌లో ఓఎన్‌ఈ 1, 2 3, 4 అది వన్స్‌లో. టెన్స్‌లో అయితే 10, 20, 30, 40. హండ్రెడ్స్ అయితేనేమో 100, 200, 300, 400. థౌసండ్స్ అయితే 1000, 2000 అవన్నీ అలా అన్నీ రాయాలంటే ఇట్స్ వెరీ టేక్. సో ఆ బ్యాక్‌గ్రౌండ్ కోడ్ అంతా ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఇన్‌బిల్ట్ ఉంది. సో పైథాన్‌లో ఏంటంటే వి షుడ్ నాట్ డూ హార్డ్ వర్క్. సింపుల్ స్మార్టర్ వేలో వెళ్ళాలంతే.
యాహ్!
So iterative statements. For example, I wanted to print the name of Vikas for 10 times. 10 times నాకు print చేయాలండి. Or else I wanted to print the characters of Vikas. That is the characters. What are the characters we have? V, I, K, A, S are the individual characters. I wanted these print these characters as in vertical way. V, I, K, A, S. These are individual characters we have. So to do this one, we have that iterative statements. In the iterative statements, we have two. One is a for loop, and we can say that these are also called our loops, while loop. So what is a for and what is a while? How it will be used? First, we'll discuss with the for loop. So there we have a syntax for this for loop. Here for for I, for example, is a variable. I is a variable. We'll use to hold the data in temporary purpose. Here we can use X, Y, Z, anything can be used. For I in a sequence we have used. Sequence in the sense of that may be collection of characters, collection of data, and colon and followed by the statements. Colon and followed by the statements we have here. So let with example here. For example, I wanted to print Vikas name for 10 times as I said that. To do that one, it's a for loop is depending on a range data type. It's depending on a range data type. So in range data type, as we know that range have one number, for example, which means it prints the values from 0 to 9. It takes the values from 0 to 9. That is a range data type. So with the help of this range, we can run this one. So how many times we wanted to print because for 10 times. To do that one, simply we'll write for I in range of 10, for example. And what we need to print, we wanted to print the Vikas name. Print of, here we'll write Vikas. So this program is automatically prints that Vikas for 10 times. How do you printing? The I value is starting from 0, it ends till 9 because of range. So range here we given 10, which means it takes the I value from 0 to 9. First I equal to 0, it prints the Vikas. Now I become 1 because I plus plus. I became 1, then I prints Vikas, then 2 because, then 3 because it likewise like this way it will print that same because name for 10 times. Let me check with the programmatically. So I'm going to change that a new file. I'm going to take new file.
Okay.
The control statements I'm going to take for Python for loop record in the creating a new document. It's getting problem. It's a loading problem.
Okay.
Okay, we'll continue in this one only. For loop, I'm going to keep heading here. Iterative statements. Yes, what is this? What we are going to do? Program to So for that one, just I'm going to take that for I in a range of, for example, 10. Just if you wanted to print 10 times, the initial value default starts I value with 0. Here, just I'm writing Vikas. When you run this one, see, it's got printed the Vikas name for 10 times. Simply we return
Okay.
that. So if you wanted to print the numbers from, sorry, if you wanted to print the same Vikas for only exact 3 times, just to copy paste it. For example, so where we need to change the value, instead of 10, we have to give 3.
Yeah.
Now the value Vikas will be printed for 3 times. So next thing, program to print the numbers from 0 to 10. So what will be the changes here? 0 to 10 means here we have to give 11, because then only it will take 0 to 10. Here it clearly mentioned that 0 to 10. So here what we need to print. So what is the variable? It's changing from 0 to 10. It's changing variable is I. That's why here we have to print I value. So previously we asked to print Vikas name for 10 times or 3 times. That's why we used to print Vikas. But here what we are expecting to do output, expected output is 0 to 10 numbers only. So that 0 to 10 numbers are changing value is a variable of I. So which holds the value of 0 first, then 1, 2, 3, 4 likewise. Here I'm printing I value. It's automatically printed the value from 0 to 10 numbers here. Here 0
Okay.
to 10 numbers here. Now if I wanted to print that, so what I said that if I wanted to convert a string to characters. So character wise printing means, for example, have a string s equal to, so I have some name of hello Vikas. So now what I will do for I in s is a sequence. It's a variable instead of range. Here I am taking s is a sequence, and followed by I'm going to print of what I'm going to print I value. Here I is holding the value of h first, then e, then l, then l. So when you print that one, the values will be printed vertical way. Here h e l l o v i k a s. So that means the string will be printed like this. So not only this one, we can also work with that list data structure uh, list.
So
So
this means what is it referring to?
pardon.
For I in S, what is it referring to S?
Yes, represented to hello because it's a collection of characters. It's like a sequence now. These are the collection of characters. H is a character, E is a character. It's a collection of individual characters. That's why we kept, instead of range, we kept here S. S holded all the group of characters, but I will pick one by one character to print the data. First, I holded H value.
Okay.
After printing this one, I holds E, and then later I holds L. Just I is to hold that character by character or value by value default. Here I'm going to take a list. A list is a collection of data of heterogeneous or anything. So you can take hello. Here I'm giving uh, hello and Vikas in two different things. See here, this is a list. If I wanted to print this list of values, just I'll take that for I in L. See, L is a sequence here,
Yeah.
which holded the value 1, 2, 3 and hello and Vikas. Now I'm going to print that elements of those with the help of I. See here, 1, 2, 3, hello Vikas. Instead of I, if I give L, then what will happen? Instead of I forgot and I give an L. So what will
Mm,
happen? It will
Here I
print.
have a doubt.
Yes,
So in the about in 24th day, like a thing,
shell.
we we give print I, right? Like,
Yeah,
but it is for
yes. I is holding that first value in first time. So when you give the sequence instead of range, if you give the range will give that 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. See, it's holded the values what we will give.
okay.
So even if we take anything, let me show that. For example, range, what I said, that range which gives that value 0 to 9 numbers. I is
Yeah.
holding the 0 because here we have 0 to 9. If I give that text, I automatically holds that I instead of 0. So likewise,
Okay.
whatever may be the value, it will simply hold that value.
Okay.
So here, so instead of I, what I'm trying to print L. So what it will print, it automatically prints that same list for those many times here. Same list is got printed for 5 times. So how many values here we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 values. That's why the 5 times the same repeated things got printed.
Okay.
Okay. Now, next one, I wanted to print the even numbers between the given range of values. For example, I wanted to print the numbers between 10 to 20, even numbers between 10 to 20. So with the help of range, we can work with that one. So when you're working with a sequence of numbers, we have to use the range function. Range data type here, program to print or normal numbers between numbers between 10 to some 25. Okay, here I'm going to take for I in range of, so as we know that range data type, for the range data type we can also give that starting value and ending value. 26 I given because I wanted to print till 25. So now we can print the numbers between those numbers with a print of 5. So automatically prints the values of, that is a 10 to 25 got printed. Now I wanted to print only even numbers between 10 to 26. That's a 10 to 25. Look at it. So if you want to print that even numbers, only even numbers between, print even numbers between 10 to 25. So just I given 10 to 26 and we have to give step value. So what is the step value given? That 2. So 2 means it's starting value 2 and leaves the odd numbers. There is a one logic of printing even numbers between 10 to 25. See 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24 given. The second way of writing the same program with the even numbers printing of 10 to 20, instead of range, we can also work with the if condition based one. See here how to work with the if condition. So here if any number which modulus 2 equal to 0, then that number is even number or else odd number. See the same program, instead of giving a step value, just I am giving even number logic. So when you run this one, it's automatically prints the same result. Not only
Okay.
between 10 to 25, we can take any range of values. If I wanted to print the numbers between uh, between only 0 to 10 numbers. Zero to 10. 0 to 10 means 11 you have to give the range. Then 0 to 10 it automatically prints 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Now if you wanted to print odd numbers, same program, have to copy and here we have to mention not equal to 0. If we change this equal to 0, not equal to 0 means it's a odd number. So which gives that odd numbers. So here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So automatically win the odd numbers. So likewise, now the next thing I wanted to add some of the numbers between 0 to 10. Some of the numbers mean 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, likewise we have to sum the numbers which are under 10. Your program to print sum of numbers of given range. Sum of numbers are between 0 to 10. Here I'm going to take one variable, that is sum equal to 0. The default initial sum is 0. If you'll not get a initial sum is 0, some garbage value will be added to that one. So that's why while we're doing any variable or taking any variable of initial value of sum or multiplication, we have to give 0. For the multiplication, we have to take 1. For sum, initial value is 0. For multiplication, if I take 0, then all the result will be 0. Here, what we have to do, so we have to perform the sum of sum equal to sum plus I. Then after performing all this, just I'm coming out of the for loop, print of sum here. So when you run this one, automatically 55 sum. See, if I keep this sum inside this for loop, see, just I change the indentation. Every time it will print the value. See here, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. Because by adding, so automatically it's increasing the values of it. So that's why indentation plays a major role in programming of Python. See here, we have to keep this print out of this loop. Then only after performing all the sum of these operations, then result will be printed here. If I wanted to print only even number sum, so I wanted to only add even numbers between 0 to 10. So just the same program, I'm going to copy, just a copy, and sum of even numbers, just I'm mentioning sum of even numbers between 0 to 10. So to perform that one, we have to do if I modulus 2 equal to 0, then only that variable must be sum. Now it will print that 30. Same thing, if you wanted to perform sum of odd number sum, if you wanted to perform sum of odd number sum instead of even number sum, I'm going to apply odd number sum. So for that one, we have to change that to not equal to. We'll get that sum of 25. So 25 plus 30, total 55 will get it. Sum of odd numbers and even numbers. In between, we got already 35, 55. So 55 means of 30 plus 25 will get 55 as a result. So the sum of even numbers and sum of odd numbers, we have it. So now I wanted to check the write program to check that how many vowels we have in a given range of sequence of string. For example, um, number of vowels in given string. For example, I'll give a string, so I have to check this number of vowels, how many vowels we have with this one. For example, in this vowel, see, hello. So I'll keep all this in lowercase letters. Otherwise, we have to write both cases studies. So hello, because this is a my character string I given for ins. So for this one, if I equal to small a, or I equal to e equal u. Okay. So if you get any one of these character a, e, I, o, u, automatically its count should be increased one. Here I am going to take a count initially 0. So just we have to do count equal to count plus 1. So after performing this one, here I am going to print text number of count. 4 vowels we have it. So let me check that 4 vowels are E, O, 2, 3 and 4 we have it. E, O and IA. So automatically 4 vowels we have it. Even if you wanted to check with both uppercase and lowercase, simply you have to change that to we have to write again, just copy this. Sorry. Here I have to write or, simply paste it and change the characters to uppercase. Then it will work for both uppercase and lowercase.
Yeah.
So this concept will be used to check with that password strength. So while we creating the password strength, we can go with.
Okay.
Here I'll change that to give the same result. Now it worked with the uppercase and lowercase both. Okay, now I'll give one task to you. Our work is to check with that. I'll give a string. You have to check with that how many numbers are there, how many vowels are there, how many consonants are there. Program to check the number of vowels, consonants, and numbers or some special characters. We have to check with that.
Okay. Okay.
So please try to do that as assignment.
Yeah.
Checking that number of vowels or consonants or characters present in the string, given string of it.
I'll do that.
Okay. So the next thing, while loop will work with a while loop. So what is a while loop? So while loop will work the same as for loop only. While and for loop both are for same iterative statements. So I'll write a while. So but mostly while loop is for in infinite loops.
Okay.
If you wanted to execute the repeated number of times, you'll go with the while loop. Here, for example, same program. So while syntax is a while, we'll write, and it depends on a condition. In for loop, we didn't mention any condition, but in while loop, we have a condition body of text here. Just so that means if the condition till the condition fails, it will execute the loop. Till the condition fails, it will execute the loop. So let me check with the example here. Program to print numbers from 0 to 10. 0 to 10. Same program. Here I'm going to take I equal to initially 0. Here I'm mentioning while of I less than or equal to 10. Just I mean till 10 o'clock. So I wanted to print of I here. So after printing of this one, I equal to I plus 1 should be done. See here, initialization and condition and incrementation, we have clear cut output. So when you run this one, automatically it prints the value of 0 to 10 numbers. So that means first initial value is 0, 0 less than or equal to 10, true condition, it printed the value, and I became I equal to I plus 1. Now I became 1. 1 also
Okay.
less than or equal to 10, true condition, print the I value. Then I equal to I plus 1, I became 2. 2 less than or equal to 10. Till 10, it will execute. When it reaches to 11, 11 less than or equal to 10 fail, then it stops the execution. So that means till condition true, that loop will be repeated. See, if I wanted to print the same name of Vikas for 10 times by using while loop, so I'll write name for 10 times using while loop. So here just I'm going to take I equal to same 0 while of I less than or equal to 10. Sorry, I less than 10 is enough because only 10 times. So print of here, just same program. I equal to I plus 1, you have to write at last statement. It's got printed 10 times of Vikas. So that means whatever the programs we did now in this help with the help of for loop, we can also do the same programs with the help of while loop. Without even we can do this one also.
So what is the difference mainly between I and for and
Yeah, for while we can take our any values initial value, and
okay.
also we can write our own conditions. without depending on. So when we are using for loop, so we cannot able to write the condition here itself. It's work with the only sequence of values. But here while loop can be worked with not only with the sequence, it work with any number of values. It's totally depending on the condition only. It's a clear condition, but it's defaultly taking a sequence based on. Whenever the sequence is ended, automatically the loop will be terminated here.
Okay.
But here, till that condition fails, it can be executed. We can take any condition values defaultly. Here there is no need of usage of range data type. We can take our desired or required input as a condition.
Okay. Okay.
But in the for loop, we have to be depend on a range data type or a sequence. Only two works. It's a non-condition based. If you want to write some condition, we have to write if condition again. See, that's why we return if again. It's depending on other control statement. But in while loop, it's not depending on other condition. Directly, it's you have that one condition. That is a while of it. Okay. That's a while loop. So try to do the practice on all the what we did. The same operations on this one. I'll share this document with the GitHub. Have you created the GitHub account?
No, no, not yet actually.
Yeah, please do that. It takes only 5 to 10 minutes of duration. If
Yeah,
you
sure.
don't know, then
Tomorrow, yeah.
the simple steps we have it. Because the maintaining of GitHub is important for next level of data science applications. Because most of the data available in GitHub only.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Actually, right now every day I'm working till 7 o'clock, and
Okay. So
that's why I'm getting time to open this also.
okay. What's the time now for you?
It's 11:20.
11:20. Okay. No problem. Okay. So we can also create infinite loop with the help of while loop. See here, I'm going to create an infinite loop. So it will struct that or Jupyter. Don't worry. For example, I equal to 0. Just I am taking 0. While of if I keep true. True means always condition is pass. That means condition is true. It will never get failed. I equal to I plus 1. So here I'll write
Okay.
print of hello. See here, when you run this one, it will print continuously hello. See, it's still printing. You can
Okay.
check
Okay.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you even drag this to down, it's still printing. See here,
Okay. Okay.
it's printing. It's moving
Got
up. So that means it's executing the same loop for infinite number of times. See, that's why it's done. Even it's showing that it's running that condition. So if I make this to I less than some 6 times. When I run this again, the loop will be terminated for only 5 times. So hello will be printed 6 times, 0 to 5 times.
Yeah.
It's still running. Okay. So these infinite loops can also be created with the help of this one. Okay. Do the practice, and tomorrow we'll work on that is our final statement. That is a transfer statements, and we
Okay.
will move on to the next topics of string
Yeah.
data structures and all this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Bye. Good night. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.